dear friend of mine sent a note to me yesterday, said that it was a former friend of hers. Said, I say former because she was one of the crazies during COVID who fell in line not only with the mask stuff, but the trans sports crap. Reading this as a quote. But today, she said, my ex-friend posted a long rant about how the Democrat Party is putting politics and illegals over the needs of citizens, including children, elderly veterans, hospitalized, etc., and she's done with the party. And she ended her post on social media with "Who's with me?" and included a picture. Now, the picture, for those of you that can't see it, and I'll read it. It's a picture of several different Democrats using this same word that they've been using in interview after interview after interview. What is it? We've been playing it on the show the last week. Leverage. They keep talking about the American people, SNAP benefits running out, as the only leverage we have. And this friend, I wrote back, I said, yeah, I can't believe how the Democrats are screwing up the messaging on this. It's remarkable. To which she responded, the ones paying attention get it. Some are so blinded by Trump derangement syndrome they can't use simple logic. But for people like my ex-friend, it's now personal. They know people are hurting. They see who's doing it. I thought it was a great point. And as you look at the media exchanges with Democrats on this thing, Chuck Schumer, for instance, listen to number 17, not going well for the Democrats out there.
We are saying the Republicans can fund it now, and they're using these people as hostages. Plain and simple. Next. That's the answer. The answer is they can fund it right now. Okay? Right now.
Jake Tapper, number 19.
This whole fiasco need to be resolved. It need to be ended. And people need to do their job, right? And if people are doing their job, guess what? America wouldn't be hungry. Guess what? Federal employees wouldn't be standing in lines to get food. People just need to do their job.
So is your message right now to Democrats in the Senate open to reopen the government and then get back to work? Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. I'm saying that the American workforce should be at work providing the services for the American people, and in the process, they should get paid because they're just like the rest of America.
Yeah, that's Everett Kelly that Jake Tapper's talking to. Is your message to Senate Democrats reopen the government and get back to work? Absolutely, says the president of the American Federation of Government Employees. So to this point, Democrats and Democrat media seem to be turning on one another. Here to talk about it, Bruce Lavelle. He is senior advisor to President Trump's 2016, 2020, and 2024 campaigns. He is a former Small Business Administration advocate for the White House and joins us now. Mr. Lavelle, it's a real thrill to have you on the show for the first time. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Chris. Thanks for having me.
Seems like the walls are starting to squeeze these Democrats. I don't think they have anywhere to go with it. I mean, when their friends and associates in media are saying, why don't you just vote to reopen the government? And they talk about people like leverage. It doesn't seem like it's playing well with their own base.
Well, maybe they got a message this past Sunday in church if they went, the spirit of common sense. I mean, my God, it doesn't take rocket scientists to see where we're wrong with this. Look, 5 Democrats just to vote to open it? Okay, it's no brainer. The Republicans all voted for it. There it is. Very simple. The interesting thing too, Chris, the leverage, I guess, what the Democrats are trying to use. Obviously, they're trying to weaken the Trump administration. They're trying to, I guess their last Hail Mary, to throw that touchdown, if they can get one, on trying to stop Trump, going into 2028 midterms, et cetera. This part of their leverage. It's not working. I think at the end of the day, I'm hoping we get past, they come to a vote, because you remember back in 2018, I think we went 35 days. And I think before that, 95, we went 12 days. So we're on the trajectory to go past that, and I hope we don't, because look, I want to travel this weekend. I was going to go travel, but my buddies are out there. I'm in Hartsfield. You just showed the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Listen, Atlanta Hartsfield is the largest airport in the world. It is a zoo. You take an eighth of those agents out of there, that line will go out the door, down the hall. I don't care if you have clear, if you have pre-check. It's going to be a mess. So I'm wanting everything. I want to open this pathway back up.
Bruce, the thing about this is I've never seen, to Republicans' credit, I've never seen such message discipline. And it's a simple one. We're voting to reopen the government and continue to fully fund everything. They want more. And we're not willing to do it. We want to keep funding the government at the current level, and we'll have future discussions. And Democrats won't take yes for an answer. And I've never seen it in my political life. Since I've been talking about politics, I've never seen the Democrats botch a message so badly. Typically, the media and Democrats are in tune and they're in step. But I have to credit Republicans here. They've messaged this just right.
Yeah. Well, Speaker Johnson, every morning, he'll come again today at 10 o'clock and do a recap, the state of the play, what's going on. And remember now, Schumer, outside of just the Democrats trying to find a play to weaken the administration, the Trump administration, is the fact that he knows that he has a competitor now. Her name is AOC. Whether she runs for his spot or whatever she's trying to do in the future. So that's a threat for I call the old blue guard. And they've been overrun by this crazy radical left. And, Nancy Pelosi and all the old school Democrat blue dogs, I want to use that term, you didn't stop this wave of radical, crazy leftist type. Like Fetterman said, it's like, look, what is this? John Fetterman out of Pennsylvania. So you reap what you sow. You allowed this to manifest, and now it's out of control. Now you're trying to figure out how to wiggle way out of this. And you're using healthcare. My God, Chris, of all things to use. I'm a business owner here for 30 years in Atlanta. I wish they'd just repeal it and get rid of Obamacare, period, and let it get back to the free market and let the market drive itself. And we won't even have to be negotiating with this stuff. And they use that carrot is what they're using, using healthcare as a hostage. But as well as I do, the American people, and even Democrats, as you read that note for the segment, that she's done with the Democrats, is the fact that why would we be funding illegal immigrants with taxpayers' money? It's slowly, to your point in the messaging, it's resonating, from Speaker Johnson's side and Republican side, like making the sell to the American people and to the Democrats, like, look, this is what they're doing,
Yes.
It's right here,
Bruce Lavelle is with us, senior advisor to the Trump campaigns 2016 to the present. And the Washington Times has a story. Expiration of enhanced Obamacare subsidies could reverse record enrollment growth, states warn. Well, that's the point, isn't it, Bruce? To your point, if states are warning that enrollment will be reversed if subsidies aren't passed, said another way, if taxpayers don't keep this thing propped up, it will collapse, and states are sounding the alarm on it. That explains everything people need to know about what's going on here. It's nonsense. It's not real. Taxpayers are funding something that is not, in fact, cheaper, and they're about to experience the rate hikes. The private market can do it better. It is. There's plenty of private health insurance out there to buy that's more affordable for most people. So this exposes, finally, the proof of what you and me and people like us have been saying for 15 years. This was never built to work.
No. I remember in 93 when I opened my business here in Atlanta, I remember literally, Chris, laying out 7 plans almost of health care for employees to pick one. Literally, I think at the time the most competitive one was Kaiser Permanente. I remember very clearly on the monthly premium, it was so inexpensive and affordable. And I'm just a believer in the free market. And I wish, I've talked to some of my congressional friends and as well as my folks in the Senate. And I talked to the president about it earlier on. Maybe get this back on the block, get rid of this mess. It's Bruce, just a hot mess.
I couldn't agree with you more. And I'll tell you something. I don't think ultimately the Democrats were banking on this being a centerpiece discussion, but they inadvertently dragged this back into the spotlight now that it's been a few years in place. And I think it's going to blow up in their face. We'll see. But listen, I really appreciate your time. It's great to make your acquaintance. I hope you'll come back and talk with us again soon.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, Chris.
That's Bruce Lavelle, senior advisor to the Trump campaign, Small Business Administration advocate as well. there in Georgia. Our telephone number, 855-STIGAL, if you'd like to get in here today. Those of you that are just tuning in, I have more to say on this Boasberg stuff and the surveilling of some 430 Republicans and organizations. It's now been uncovered in this Arctic frost operation. If you didn't hear about this yesterday, you need to.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.